Gaming and musical comedy, yeah, buddy! Hey, everybody, and welcome to another episode of WWE Supercard. Yeah, buddy! Yeah, buddy. And this is the official changing of these videos. I was thinking about this for a while now, and I've done over 900 numbered episodes, hundreds of streams and stuff. And these now are officially gaming and vlogs, okay? Because there's only so much I can talk about, training your cards and how to do this and how to do that and this, that, and the other thing. And what I'm doing right now is I'm grinding battleground energies for my teams. I just did this in a stream on Twitch. And, I just, there's things that I just want to talk about. And there's things that I think would just be cool to talk about, because we know that as new stuff comes in the game, we'll be talking about them and that sort of thing. But these are officially vlogs now, because they've always been like kind of stationary vlogs in the sense I always bring up something that's going on in my life, or this, that, or the other thing. And I think that would just it would just make things feel better. Oh, my opponent left a match. That's good for me. Good for bigedude. So, here's what's, I asked the people that were watching me in my late night chill Twitch stream what I should talk about today. And the two things that they wanted to hear about were some stuff of my life story and some stuff about how I got involved in music. So that's what I'm going to discuss today. What I'd like you to do, for those of you that want to have me talk about certain things, there are certain things I won't talk about. Like, I'm not going to talk about Jake Paul, okay? Just not going to do it. Unless it's a live stream and you're catching me there. I just, it's not stuff like that. And it doesn't have to be about wrestling. I prefer that it isn't about wrestling, because there's so many times, I don't know how many times I can talk about, that Kevin Owens is my favorite wrestler, etc., etc. Who would I bring back from the dead? Those questions that if you've ever been to a stream, the things that people get, and that sort of stuff. And no, you can't join me team just right now. Maybe there'll be a chance that you can someday, but those sort of things. So what I'm going to talk about today is the memories I have of what really made me think that music was going to be a big part of my life. And the first thing I can remember is when I was 5 years old. Okay, these are, if you don't like the term vlog, you can think of story times, whatever you think is best. I'd love to hear your comments in the section below. I would just love to hear what you guys think about this new direction or whatever. Even thinking that, it's still going to be all gameplay and this. The other games I played, those are going to stay the same. It's really not going to seem like it's that much different, But as far as, like, I'm always going to want to talk about something that's going on in life, or things that I can think of. Just a couple of ground rules. I'm not going to really talk about politics, and I'm not going to really talk about religion, simply because I feel that those things divide people a lot. I have people all over the world that watch me that believe in lots of different things. And that's just, I think that would just be a respectful way to do that, That's the same way that I do my streams. Ooh, burrito! Hashtag burrito selfie. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Rainbow Warrior, shout out to that guy. And, let's see if this is a real person. Let's just go, woo! Alright, so anyways, when I was 5 years old, alright, it was Christmas Eve in church, okay? And I just loved to sing. I always loved to sing. And I just remember this one moment really vividly. I'm just singing along, whatever, and, and the sign of peace comes. This is a Catholic church. And I'm not going to talk about religion, but this is just something that happened while I was in a Catholic church. All right, so anyways, this younger girl, remember, I'm 5. I'm assuming she would probably have been like 20 at the time. You know, I'm assuming really, really good looking because I can kind of place her in my head still. She just said these words, and they changed my life forever. It's like, you have a really beautiful voice. I was like, oh, wow, thank you. You know, I was a kid, just like, thanks. You know, kind of like I just did. And then from there, it just seemed to, like, I always loved singing. I wanted to sing as much as possible. My mom was always singing. She was in the church choir. And, you know, it was just a really cool thing. And this is funny because I was talking about this when I was driving in the car with her the other day. And she's the one that would always sing harmony in, like, the Beatles songs and other stuff. And I just remember that all the time because I really loved singing the harmonies and stuff. You know, harmonizing along with whatever was on. So, and it was mostly because she would do it all the time. And I could hear them, you know. I later found out, you know, much later, that while I was in the tummy, that they played some music in there while, you know, like, while I was in there, you know, like, and like with the headphones to the thing, and a lot of classical type music. So I just wonder if that had something to do with it too. But anyways, as I'm getting a little bit older, you know, like third or fourth, it was fourth grade, I want to say. You know, I was at church one day, and I saw that there was a children's choir. And some of my friends from school were there. And I said, dude, I got to find out how to get involved in this, because I love to sing, and it's so cool. So, and then I did all that for a few years and stuff. And, you know, as time went on, eventually I would go to sing in the adult choir, you know, from time to time. And it was just, I just loved to sing. You know, I wanted to sing as much as possible. And, you know, those sorts of things, those experiences were just great. You know, I did the musicals, I did the plays, and I really just loved to sing and perform. I always did. And then when it came down to, when we're in high school, this is just kind of a brief overview because, you know, I'm not going to want these videos to be 30 minutes long. Just talking about, you know, myself. That's why I want you to come up with different topics and or things to, you know, things that are happening in your life, things that are happening in the world, things that are just that you're interested about, you know, that I might not know much about, or that, you know, I might know a lot about. Even just game theory, game psychology, like how to do better on certain things, you know, not just Supercard. You know, there's a lot. This is just a very small portion of my life, you know what I'm saying? But a lot of you that have been watching me since season 1, you might think that this is, you know, a very large portion of my life. And it's not. You know, there's plenty of times where I'm not playing this game, you know? On average, maybe... Well, lately I've been playing a lot because I'm trying to play all 4 teams that I'm on, which is a lot. You know, like, I probably would spend maybe an hour a day playing this game, you know, unless it's like a grind type of thing. Back in PCC, it would just be like hours and hours back in People's Champion Challenge. Well, anyways, when I came to high school, segue back into my stories, I was very good at in basically pretty much everything, you know. I finished 5th in my class, you know, and I was 4th, but then I took calculus in high school, and then I did not do well in calculus. So, and I think it was more about the teacher's delivery style that really did not inspire me. I think that was a lot of it. But I went from 4th in my class to 5th in my class, you know. But anyways, one of the things I was either going to do, and I've mentioned this in a video a long time ago, was I was either going to be a chemical engineer or a music teacher. At one point, I wanted to try and do both, and that was like ridiculously ambitious and basically impossible. But what happened was my senior year, there was I had the chance to take classes through Syracuse University, but at the high school, and the classes, there was either biology, which I was not a fan of because I took it in 8th grade. I was like, I'm not really a fan of this. and then chemistry. And, you know, with those sorts of things, you have to have a certain amount of people to be in the class. There was only one other person that was interested in the chemistry, and, you know, the biology had a much longer history at the school, and that was like the thing that people did. So it was at that point where it just really felt like everything was starting to, you know, point towards the music, you know, and it was that I had already taken theory my junior year, and music theory. That's like how music is put together. And it just seemed like everything was pointing in that direction. It just sounded like that was the thing I would be most happy with, would be to become a music teacher. You know, and the whole teaching thing, because people have asked this question as well, that's done from, you know, doing tutorials or tutoring for different subjects while I was in high school as part of like community service for National Honor Society. And it's just, I was able to convey the information that I knew into a way that they could understand stuff to help them, you know, better understand a subject or the problems or whatever. And it just seemed like it and even with friends and stuff, it just seemed like it was a really cool thing. It was like something you realize you have an aptitude for, or a skill in. And, you know, the more you learn, the more that you have skills in doing everything. So, you know, it was a really, really wonderful thing to know, because there's plenty of people that when they get to college, they don't really know what they want to do with their lives. They might have a initial type of thing they want to study, and maybe they don't do very well in it, or maybe they find, man, I don't want to do this. And I was very lucky to know right from the beginning that this is what I wanted to do. You know, I wanted to teach kids how to sing, teach kids about the joy of music that I feel every day, and you know, it's a really wonderful career that I've been doing now for, I've completed 20 years of teaching. You know, I'm 43 years old, and, you know, almost for half of my life, I've been an educator. And, you know, one of the beautiful things about that, not just the wonderful experiences I've had with students, you know, I had to pick up some medications at Walmart today, and I saw a former student working there. I was like, oh my God. She's the one that told me about Pitch Perfect and how cool it was. This was before it was, you know, I didn't see Pitch Perfect in the movies. I saw it, you know, I've seen it 50, 60 times since, you know, and I always get teared up at the end when the Bella's finals happens, because I just love it. But these are some of the things I'm going to talk about in these vlog videos. As you see, I'm playing along. It's like everything is just normal. You know, we got a tag team charisma match. As really cool things happen when I'm collecting rewards, I'm going to collect the rewards. Those will be at the beginnings of the video. And, you know, if I call something and you know, I'm just going to enjoy doing this. Oh, shout out to Fazza HD for making this for me. Hayden, really cool. Got the, this is my second VidCon badge, if you didn't really see VidCon. This is, I'm the 2K, I am the bonus. I'm not. I'm just saying that. For the Ultimate Edition or whatever the heck that they're announcing Thursday. But, anyways, I'm going to play 2 more games. And what I would love for you to do is if you would leave a comment and with some suggestions of things that you'd love for me to give my input on, I will take some of those and I'll put them in. They'll organically put them in the next video, you know. And they can really be about anything. And I would prefer that they're not about Supercard, because I've answered the same questions thousands of times. You know what I'm saying? It's just one of those things where, I mean, how many times can you say the same thing? And that's really what this, how many times can you do the same videos over and over again without getting bored? And this is like why I'm saying that it's officially going to be, these are vlogs, you know. If you ever looked at old school YouTube, You saw the original vlogs were, you know, stationary vlogs. You know, I did like the, you know, action, the going places vlogs. I did that on the other channel, and as soon as Dad passed away, I just never really wanted to do them again that way. It just didn't want to do it, you know. Because the last one, you know, he's there at the beginning of it, and then it cuts to, you know, where it's Christmas time, and he's not there anymore. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, Dad was a huge part of my life. He still is, you know, and but it's okay. You know what I mean? It's been a while. But anyways, I'm gonna play one last game, and right now I gotta say that I am enjoying the grind for this when it's a relaxed grind. You know, I did 2 streams today. One was on YouTube, and that was fun. And you know, unfortunately, I didn't wake up in time from a nap because I've purchased all the stuff I needed for my bathroom remodel, the shower remodel. It was a considerable amount because there's a whole lot of stuff that has to go into it. And it's not just simple as taking the old clawfoot ironish tub out and just popping in the shower. There's, you know, a wall's got to be built, a heat's got to go from one wall to the other wall, and, you know, this has got to get done and that's got to get done. But, you know, when it should be working on it in maybe a week, I don't know exactly the date. It all depends on the schedules and stuff. But, you know, I'm just so excited because that was one of my huge things that, you know, I should have done last summer, but really just didn't want to put it off anymore. And that's, you know, something that I'm really happy about. But anyways, I lied. I said that that was the last match. This is definitely going to be the last match. I'm going to plug in my red charges, and then we're going to call it a day. So, and if you like this video, like the video and share it, because this is a new thing. This isn't really about Supercard as much anymore. This is just about, you know, me talking about life and things that are going on in my life, things that are affecting you and me, and other people, and just, you know, there's lots of stuff all over the world, you know, that's going on, and we're all living in the same, breathing the same air, all that good stuff. All right, so let's charge these up, and then we'll call it a day. You know, I got some good charges in there. You know, can't do too much. I'll probably charge him up some more, but I'm gonna go to bed, and you know, hopefully wake up in time to get a couple more charges in there. But, you know, I'll also be, you know, claiming rewards and talking about this, that, and the other thing, just like normal Supercard videos. But there's gonna be a lot more just talking about life and stories and story times and that sort of stuff. So anyways, I hope that you enjoyed today's video. The new format or whatever pretty much looks the same, right? Just talking about a little bit of different stuff. So anyways, I love you long time. Blink, 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 bye, bye, bye. Yeah, buddy. Yeah. And if you want to share this video, you can. Because, you know, that'd be cool. Okay, bye. Click here to subscribe. Thank you if you already did.